What's up, guys? This is Aaron from Great Lakes RC, and I added another truck to the fleet. The Proline Pro-Fusion SCT 4x4. And I'm going to build this both ways. I'm going to start out with the monster truck version, and then eventually I'll take it to the indoor track I go to. It's going to be tricky getting the right motor for 2S racing. It's not even really racing, I just go and practice on the track. But that's going to be tricky. I already have everything for the monster SCT version. Alright, so I'm pretty much in the middle of building this kit, but I wanted to stop here and talk about a couple things. Let's talk about the good first. This aluminum chassis is really nice. I think it's only 60-61, but I mean, it's nice and polished and it looks pretty cool. The SCT kit has a few upgrades over the MT. Let's see if we can see it over here. It comes with this, the HD clip. Get it in shot. Which is nice because that's an upgrade over the MT. It also comes with the pillow ball nuts and the updated hubs, because people were melting the MT ones, and I think it's because this plastic is pretty soft plastic, but then they used, it was off this tree over here. This initially I thought was a Delrin, but it's not. It's some type of a harder plastic. So that should do just fine. Shouldn't melt. And then the main reason I picked this up is they discounted it by $100. This used to be a $400 kit, and now it's down to $300. So then with that savings, I used that savings and then got some more upgrades. So I got the shock standoffs in aluminum, I got the shock caps in aluminum, and then I already have put on here the aluminum spur. So that should help out with some of the durability. And then the kit already comes with, I'm 99% sure these are the upgraded hinge pin blocks. They look, if you look on the Proline website for the upgraded hinge pin blocks, it looks exactly like these. So maybe somebody that knows for sure could chime in the comments. And then of course I already have all these electronics that I need. I basically pulled them out of the Zeus. I sold the Zeus recently, so I was looking for a kit to build kind of over the winter and then use those electronics. So I'll start out 4S with the monster version. Okay, so the reason why I wanted to stop here is this kit does not have droop screws, and I do not know why. I think that's a big miss on Proline's part to not have droop screws. And then the other thing that they kind of messed up is these sway bars. The kit shows you to put these sway bars right to the edge for the retainers. Well, if you do that, then your arms only end up being like right to here, and then these things will just pop off. And even as it is, there's a little bit of play here, which is good. So what I ended up doing after talking to my buddy Rich Duperbash is I just moved these to where the set screw is basically on the end, and then you have enough travel for the arms, and I don't think it'll pop off. So that's kind of a misstep on Proline's design there. I don't know why they did it that way. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is Proline advertises this thing as like the ultimate 10th scale kit, and it can handle 4S, and it can handle 4S from what I've seen, but the components are 10th scale. The diffs are definitely 10th scale. So I think some of the issues that people have been having is they're running big power. I've heard people run 6S on this thing. So, I mean, I'm probably going to try to find a happy medium at 3S. But, you know, to each their own and what they want to do. So, other things, this manual is, it's okay. Not the greatest manual. They do call out 1-to-1 for hardware, and I mean in this case they're calling out those shims, but if you go back a few pages, you know, these things aren't listed. They don't have part numbers listed on the trees, and then some of the times you just have to guess. Like over here's a good example. They don't even show, there's another section right here that keys into here, and they don't even show that stuff. So and also I find myself going back from bag to bag. Like this says that it's in bag, I don't even see where it says. Oh yeah, this says bag E, bag E. Well, I had to find the piece that goes into here back on like bag A. So you know, it's not perfect, but it's better than some other manuals that I've used. So nice color, well not color, but nice photos. They try to make it, you know, 1-to-1. So all in all, I think it's a halfway decent manual. If you're a beginner, you might struggle a little bit, but I think you'll definitely be able to get through it. One other thing I forgot is I also did the aluminum servo saver mount there, because this steering apparently is really sloppy. Part of it is by design from Proline. This rack, it's really hard to see. The only spot where you have a connection is on the bottom, and they used a flanged bearing. And the flange bearing to that screw is pretty loose. So I tried to do a fix for it by putting some pipe tape around it. I don't know if that's going to last. We'll have to see, but it took that play between the screw and the bearing out. But just in general, there's a lot of play built into this kit, into the arms, top and bottom right here. So no matter what I do, I'm going to have some play. I mean, there's quite a bit of play. I mean, my armas have quite a bit of play in them too. The back's not as bad. So I think no matter what I do, there's, you know, built-in slop by design on this kit. So there is a guy on Facebook doing an upgraded, he's got like a top mount and a bottom mount. He did it in carbon fiber. But I'm just going to try to run it like this for now, see how I like it. For what I'm doing, I think it's going to be fine. I'm going to do mostly bashing with it, so we'll see. Alright, I'm all finished up now, and the rest of the build went pretty good. The wiring is kind of a bummer. They do give you this little clip so you can run your motor wires and ESC wires under it. I wanted to run the receiver in this spot, but the receiver wire would only bring it to about here, and then if I use an extender, it would like wrapped up around. So I just left it up in that spot, and then I put some Gorilla Tape on top of the wires just so they wouldn't flap around. And this is Gorilla double-sided tape down, so it shouldn't go anywhere. And then these wires back here, I ran Gorilla Tape all around them, just so, because it's kind of close to the shaft. Kind of reminds me of a Techno a little bit, but there is this plastic piece that should prevent anything from getting into the drive shaft. So I'm running a Hobbywing XR8 and a 4274 censored 2200 motor, and then I got a ProTac 150T. So I got some pretty high-end stuff in here. It all came out of my Zeus, and then I got a graphene 4S battery. So this thing is very heavy with all this stuff in here, so I'm pretty glad I got the truggy set up. I'm starting out with 15 tooth pinion. We'll see if I gotta bump that up. I think people are running 18 with a 2200 motor, so we'll see how all that goes. But another successful build. This is the 5th kit that I've done. I really enjoy doing kits, especially in the wintertime. Keeps me occupied. The other thing I gotta show you guys is what I did for the body here. This is the Brute body, and it's that Bash Armor 1-2, which looks pretty cool. I actually had this body. I put it on my Arma Sentin at one point, and it looks real nice on here. There is a flaw with it though. Chassis will not hit the ground. So all the force is going to bottom in to the posts and into the wheels. So I'm pretty disappointed in that, especially because I got the posts all the way up as high as it'll go. And if you look at the picture, it's supposed to be designed for that body. So that's pretty disappointing. Maybe it won't be an issue. I wish I could run it a little further down. It's kind of high up. But I mean, it looks really cool. I think it's just a super mean. I think it gives it a super mean look. So I can't wait to get it out there. I need a little bit nicer weather. Weather's been pretty rough here in Michigan. So next time you guys see it, I'll be out and running it. Talk to you guys next time.